Hi, welcome to Audio 4, and the key here is to look at language and communication and the way that you communicate with your child and the language that you use, and also the way that you communicate with yourself as well, which is really, really important. When I thought about the 5 key things that I would want to share if I could rewind, start all over again in life, what were the 5 things that I would want to know, and what were the 5 things that I would really have loved my parents to be able to know at the time? And so I'm going to share those with you. Take whatever feels good to you. These are my ideas. See what resonates with you, see what feels good with you, and play around with the different ideas and see how they fit with you. So firstly, I would like to share the importance of understanding feelings. Now, when a child is feeling a certain emotion, they don't always have the language and the words to be able to describe and translate to you how they're feeling. So what can often happen is that children will either show their feelings through certain behaviours, such as getting angry or, what we might call tantrums or meltdowns. Or in my personal case, when I was a young child, I would just simply say that I didn't feel well, because I didn't have any other way of allowing people around me to know how I was feeling. I probably either didn't have the language for it, or maybe I didn't want to admit how I was feeling. If I was feeling quite nervous, maybe I didn't want to admit that. So it was easier to just say that I didn't feel well. So to help your child understand their feelings, you can ask certain questions and use certain words, such as just simply asking them an open-ended question like, how are you feeling? And see what the response is. Now, you can get creative with this, and you can ask your child things like, what colour is their feeling, or where do they feel it in their body? And the main reason for doing this is so that your child can start to identify with that feeling in realising that they are separate to that feeling. So when I say identify with it, what I mean is actually identify the fact that it isn't them, that it's just a passing thought or a passing feeling. And when we can actually describe it or locate it in the body or actually give it some kind of description like a colour, then we can actually see it for what it is, and we can also actually start to shift it as well if we want to do that. So an example would be that you could ask your child how they're feeling,